I'm just hanging out here in the kitchen with Chef Travis from Tea Cooks at the Royal Palms. Hasn't every single president, like in the last 20 years or something, stayed at the Royal Palms?
They like the Royal Palms.
They like it.
Absolutely.
And I'm pretty sure they've probably eaten over Tea Cooks as well.
They have, absolutely.
So we consider ourselves pretty lucky then to be making, what about charred tomato fondue.
Absolutely.
And I know if you're just joining us, you're going, Stephanie, fondue has cheese in it. No, apparently not. Fondue is just
means melted.
Melted.
Absolutely. And that's working there, but I have a hot saute pan you can see here. And then let's talk about our salmon a little bit, because I believe we have the best salmon in the world. Okay. It's called Skuna Bay Salmon. It's from Vancouver. It's 100% organic. It's 100% sustainable. It's an incredible, incredible product. Unfortunately, I don't know if you can get it in stores. You can ask your retailer to start stocking it. It's 100% organic. Like I said,
what makes the organic component taste better?
It's more sustainable. What they feed the salmon is a shrimp-based diet. It's shrimp like you or I would eat.
Okay.
And normally fisheries don't do that.
Oh.
Normally fisheries, you always start skin side down, by the way.
Okay.
And you want there to be some heat on that. You don't want it to burn, but you want to get a nice sear.
Yeah, that thing's hot.
It is warm. It is warm. But we're trying to sear the skin. We left the skin on. So I want the skin to get crispy, kind of like a chicken skin would do.
Okay.
So I'm just rotating the pot.
Do we eat that, or is that just for flavor?
Oh, no. We eat that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Stephanie, you eat that.
We eat that.
Or I will come after you.
Absolutely. I'm shaking the pan now to make sure it doesn't stick.
All right.
All right. Now, right before we turn it, I'm going to salt. I don't want to salt too early.
Why?
Because when you add salt to a protein, it draws a little layer of moisture, and that moisture will inhibit the sear.
Oh, okay.
We don't want to do anything that inhibits our sear.
I guess that's a really delicate balance, because if you put it too soon, then you're not going to be able to get the good sear. If you put it too late, it's not going to be able to get in there and taste yummy.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly. So let's check the color of it. I have a fish spatula here. Oh, that's nice. She has another second, though.
Okay.
And then we're going to add
as much as you can, show that camera that's right up in your grill.
Oh, okay.
Show us what we would be looking for on that skin side.
You see that? You want to see a little golden edge around the bottom of the skin.
Okay, the white-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then right below that layer of white, there should be some golden.
Okay.
Okay. Now to that, I'm going to add, again, a rough chop of garlic. And the reason I'm adding a rough chop of this garlic is if it's too small, it'll burn. And I don't want it to burn.
Nothing tastes as nasty as
it's horrible.
Garlic.
It's horrible.
Trust me, I know from my own kitchen.
All right.
Now, why is it that you wouldn't use, and you're probably going to gasp a little bit, but that's okay, because I already had to get schooled on what fondue really was. Why is it that you don't often see people using like a garlic salt or like a garlic powder?
Well, those are just really concentrated forms of garlic.
Okay.
And, chefs are kind of control freaks, and the more I want to be able to have control over how much flavor I add to something.
Gotcha.
I'm going to add a little fresh thyme to that. And then I'm going to add 1 pat of butter. All right? On all that pat of butter is, I'm going to do something called poulet. And poulet basically means baste. I'm going to baste the fish in that butter garlic beautifulness. Yes.
Now, the other thing I sometimes notice whenever you guys come in and make just really amazing meals like this is the pans that you're working with. Mm-hmm. A lot of times we've got the, not aluminum, what do you call it? It has the non-stick stuff.
Yes.
Can we get the same kind of flavor out of those sorts of
Absolutely.
pans?
It depends on the application. It depends on the application. The truth is, what I'm doing now, I like an alloy pan or aluminum pan.
Okay.
The cast iron or the non-stick have their purposes too. Cast iron is my favorite cooking surface. The non-stick are great. We're going to do the orzo on our non-stick, and those have their great purpose as well.
How are you making that butter not get all scorchy black?
Well, you see how I lifted off the heat, so there's a heat source below that, and I just keep tilting it.
Okay.
So it's not directly on the heat source.
Okay. Otherwise, it gets that blackish, brownish.
Right. You'd have to adjust your heat and so on and so forth. But you see that garlicky goodness right there?
Yes.
Yes, that's what we're talking about right here. And I'm basting it. I don't want to cook it in that butter, but I want to baste it in that little pat of butter.
And it's not going to completely penetrate that as easily because we've seared the outside, right?
Yes, we're just enhancing the flavor, and that it's like a garlic and thyme flavored butter at this point.
Okay, so the thyme flavor is infusing into that butter too,
Yes.
just by being in the pan?
Just by being in the pan.
Okay.
It releases its water and its oils.
You know what? You're going to have to hire me as your stew because I'm learning way too much today.
We'll put you to work.
All right, so if you could just smell in our studios right now, you would be dying just like I am. We're going to let our tomato fondue kind of work a little bit more. We're going to let this
We're going to finish it with the orzo, the goat cheese
salmon
orzo.
get a little bit yum, and then we're going to finish it up with some creamy goat cheese orzo. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm off the diet today. Not that I was ever
For sure.
on. Who am I kidding?